Hey everybody, welcome back to Sky Lounge. Here to discuss some World Cup action. Day number 13. Can you fucking believe it? Day number 13. And we are wrapping up Group C and D action. Wild day of drama. Crazy fucking matches here and there. Except for France and Denmark. Unremarkably, the match ends 0-0. So, going into the round of 16 for both France and Denmark, who have advanced to the round of 16 on top of their respective Group C, at 7 points for France with a +2 goal differential, and Denmark at 5 points +1 goal differential. And so they go into the round of 16 with a bit of concern, in my opinion, where Denmark hasn't had that prolific goal scoring throughout the tournament, throughout the group stages. So you're starting to wonder, man, if you're a fan of if you're a Denmark fan, you have to be wondering, is Eriksen gonna be turned on in the round of 16? For that respective fixture. And France is kind of the same deal. You got the entirety of this fucking golden generation of French talent, and so is this gonna be enough? Is that gonna be enough to propel you to that next level? That remains to be seen, because throughout this group stage, I think France, for all the firepower they have, I think they have been unimpressive in that regard. But I think France will turn on. Something is bound to happen where France is going to be on fucking point. So we also talk about the other match in Group C that doesn't get a lot of notoriety, because that match literally meant nothing for those two particular teams. And what I mean by that is Peru versus Australia. So Australia goes into this match, without much to play for. And Peru, for all intents and purposes, I think Peru comes out the winner simply because that nation hasn't been in the World Cup for 36 plus years. So that's about 9 or 8 tournaments in all. So for that nation to come aboard, do what they've done, and a goal scorer in Guerrero, the captain, who's had a bit of controversy behind him, but he finally gets a goal in there. So a goal before the half, for the first half, and then a goal in the second half, propels Peru to a 2-0 win, but a fruitless effort at the end. But I think Peru has a lot to look forward to, especially when it comes down to, oh boy, what is it? They're gonna have the 2019 Copa America, but I could be very wrong. It could be probably 2021. But Peru is proving to be that nation. Hey, can't discount that nation anymore, man. They've proven themselves on the big stage. So well done to Peru. Valiant effort, but comes a little short. Australia, same kind of story. Not a lot of sustainable talent to get you guys there. So Korea is going to see them in the AFC Asian Cup, which is going to be a whole clusterfuck in itself when I'm going to be reviewing it. So that'll be fun. But let's talk about Group D action. The group of death. And this is exactly why I'm so glad the final day culminated into the reason why this is really the group of death, and how unpredictable this fucking game was. So let's talk about Croatia versus Iceland. And again, Iceland didn't really have much to play for unless Argentina and Nigeria drew and Iceland won. Iceland would have proceeded as a second place Group D winner, with Croatia being on top. But Croatia, to me, dominates games. And what I mean by that, they've had three wins in succession in a group stage. And yes, the last game hasn't been a clean sheet match, but to have back-to-back matches of clean sheet against very, very good opposition, mind you. Argentina is no fucking scrub. Despite all the fucking craziness and the chaos behind the Argentina fucking team right now, they're still a fucking great team. But Croatia comes out of this match looking like the better side, because Iceland gets a penalty and Sigurdsson nets that in. But somehow in the 90th minute, Patrice keeps Croatia's dominance alive, and they're looking fucking great going into the round of 16, which we will talk about in just a little bit. Right before we're talking about Argentina versus Nigeria. So Argentina gets a filthy little goal from Lionel Messi, who, again, I'm not an idiot. He is one of the best players on the planet right now, absolutely. And my criticism of him comes from the fact that there are big moments in his international career where he may have stepped up, but it wasn't enough, or his team members weren't behind him. So there's a lot of criticism there from my end, where, of course, it's a football fan's perspective, and it's not a perfect opinion, but it is what it is. But Messi in this match really turns up with a filthy fucking goal. I mean, everyone's gonna be creaming all over it. I still think Ricardo Quaresma's goal or Son Heung-min's goal, against fucking Mexico, or Quaresma's goal last night was probably the better goal against Iran for Quaresma. But Messi gets a goal in there, but Nigeria capitalizes on a penalty kick in the second half. Really, really shoddy defensive work by Mascherano, who I think is going to be the catalyst for Argentina fucking completely falling apart in the round of 16. Again, we're going to preview that in just a little bit here. But Victor Moses capitalizes on a penalty, 1-1. And here's the one fucking problem I had with the Nigeria-Argentina game, where I definitely thought VAR got this on fucking tape, but the refereeing decision was incorrect. So the VAR came down to it. Marcos Rojo with a fucking handball inside of the box, and what I thought was an unnatural body position, because the ball comes down and he's in this kind of motion of doing this, and the ball lands squarely on his wrist, and I'm thinking, this is handball. Less things have been called for handball, seriously, and this gets let through. And so from that perspective, I think Nigeria got robbed. And so right afterwards, 86th, 87th minute, Marco Rojo with the fucking beauty of a flick propels Argentina to a 2-1 win. And Argentina gets a 2-1 victory against Nigeria, and now the group stage finishes as such. Croatia with a 9-point dominating 3 fucking match win with a positive 6 goal differential. Now this is where the fucking point and goal differential gets a bit janky and very telling about the team as a whole. Argentina 4 points, negative 2 goal differential. Nigeria 3 points, negative 1 goal differential. Fuck me, right? And then Iceland with 1 point, negative 3 goal differential. So, boys and girls, what does this mean? Well, this means that France versus Argentina, which is going to be the round of 16 match, that's going to be very interesting, because when France turns on their offensive capabilities, I think that defensive end in Argentina is fucked. I think Argentina has proven, undoubtedly, that when they go against teams, when a team can dominate Argentina's midfield and capitalize on the break and just make fucking children of that Argentina defense, I think Argentina is going to be a world of fucking trouble. And so France can definitely do that. Now, going into the round of 16, what's the big X factor for Argentina? Obviously, Lionel Messi. Now, it's not the fact that just Lionel Messi has to be switched on. Lionel Messi, along with other members of his squad in the offensive end, have to contribute, have to fucking help him out, have to make him fucking open passes, give him some space to fucking flourish. But I think ultimately France may prove a little too dominant for Argentina going into the round of 16. Now, Denmark versus Croatia, this is going to be curious, because I think Denmark has really proven what a great defensive-minded, national team this is. And so now going into it, Croatia has to prove that Ivan Rakitic, Luka Modric, and I think Kovacic, who doesn't get enough recognition for what he does. Those three, when they turn on, I think they're going to have a fucking field day like they did with Argentina a couple matches ago when they had a 3-0 win. So that wraps up Group C and D. And this World Cup is just rolling on through. With tomorrow, we're going to have Group fucking E and F. That's going to be a fucking nightmare for me. South Korea, finally, probably gonna get demolished tomorrow. Okay? Probably going to get demolished tomorrow. Unless, okay, so I'm going to preface this by saying this right now, boys and girls. If South Korea somehow magically wins 3-0 against Germany, okay? If they somehow magically win 3-0 against Germany, and if they somehow, magically, okay, and Mexico beats Sweden, 4-0, with Chicharito with a fucking hat trick, Korea may move on to the round of 16. Weirder shit has happened in this World Cup, so let me know what you guys think. Comment, subscribe, all that shit. And until next time, fuck off.